Do I enjoy Marvel Rivals because I never played Overwatch or Valorant or any hero shooters for that matter? Marvel Rivals is a completely different hero shooter game. If we continue to play it like it's Overwatch or Valorant, we won't learn what the game's true potential is. It always gets compared to Overwatch, but I never played those games, so I don't know the problems or anything that happened in the community of that game. But what I do know is Marvel Rivals. And this is why I think I enjoy the game a lot more because I never played those hero shooters. Let's talk abundance. Role queue or team comps are essential in the game of Marvel Rivals, just like Overwatch. If you play a really good, strange Hulk and Iron Man combo, they're almost deadly and very hard to beat. Yes, they have counters, but it's a very powerful team up. This fits nicely into Overwatch's 2-2-2 comp of Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist. But if we try to force a role queue into this game, a lot of team-ups will not be possible. For example, Black Panther, Psylocke, and Magic have a team-up. That is 3 Duelists, and they're all dive Duelists. You can, and most likely, will never see this team up because a lot of players who are supposedly prestige and know how this game hero shooters are supposed to be played. We need a 2-2-2 comp. It's not going to work. Imagine if you adjusted your gameplay to the 3 dives and the 3 melee, dive characters, and you started healing them in their backline because you just needed to stay with them. I don't know how that works, but we don't know because we can't do it. You get what I'm saying? No one will flex towards your team because there's a lot of people saying we need the 2-2-2 comp. I feel like Overwatch conditioned the players of hero shooters to play in that team comp because if you didn't have it in that game, you lost horribly from what I've heard. But in this game, it can work sometimes. There are so many more options and available tools to use instead of locking yourself behind this mindset that, you were conditioned by Overwatch. I have won the game with no Vanguards, 3 healers, and 3 Duelists. I've won the game with 1 healer, 2 Duelists, and 3 tanks. The list goes on. If you lock yourself behind the mindset you are conditioned by Overwatch, you'll never learn to truly play this game how the game was intended to be played. Yes, it is a hero shooter, and a lot of the things you learned in Overwatch applies in this game. Where, the healers probably shouldn't go in their back line and team fight and go for damage. That just, makes sense. There's a lot of things that come over, that you guys do say that applies. But it is a completely different game. Let's learn this game. Team up abilities in Marvel Rivals is insanely slept on. Everyone wants to play their character and hope they get a team up. But little do they know, if they learn just a character they may not enjoy, they could team up with the rest of the team and do insane damage. You'll like that character if you're winning and getting kills. I promise you will. Now let me give you this example. You have Hela, Thor, Loki, Adam Warlock, Star-Lord, and Mantis. This incorporates both team-ups, where Hela can revive Loki and Thor if she gets a final hit, which brings them both back to life with over half of their health. The team-up of Adam Warlock can bring Star-Lord and Mantis back with Cocoon, coming back at full health. With this combo, imagine Thor and Loki constantly being revived by Hela, Star-Lord and Mantis constantly being revived by Cocoon. And if all else fails, Adam Warlock can pop his ultimate and bring the entire team back again. This team-up consists of 1 Vanguard, 2 Duelist, 3 Strategist. Now imagine this. Thor is solo tanking, so he will need to adjust his playstyle. He can't just openly and willingly go charge into the fight. He's the only tank. He will be a big target, the only big target on the team, and he will be soloed out and basically focused. If you adjust your mindset, playstyle, and played more towards the middle, where all 3 healers can see you, you should never die. You have 3 healers. You should never die. If you don't adjust to your team and just think, I'm going to be the tank and go push on the objective, you're going to get soloed out and you're going to die. And then you're going to think, why isn't my team with me? Why aren't you guys pushing up? They can't push up. They're all squishy characters. They're awaiting an opportunity to get a pick, and then they can come up with you. But You wouldn't know that if you're trying to play it in the way of a 2-2-2. We can take a step back and think, how can I create an opportunity to help my team win? Let's open our minds to think how we can use our team ups. It doesn't matter if we have 2 or 3 tanks. It matters on how we use our heroes and team ups to win the game. Do we have flying characters? Do they have flying characters? Are we more dive-based heroes? Are we more on the ground like Groot and Punisher? If you stay stuck trying to match the other team's 2-2-2 comp or just in this mindset, you're never going to learn what the game truly has to offer. I think this is why I like a Marvel Rivals a lot more, because I didn't play these games. I didn't have this conditioning. Now I can see, hey, I'm not doing it as a tank. We have a solo tank that's going crazy too, and a DPS going crazy. Imagine if I go become a third support and never let them die. We could just win. I would have never thought of this if I was conditioned by Overwatch and played those games. I would just think, oh, well, we'll need 2 tanks. I probably shouldn't switch off 2 tanks. And then we lose the game because of it. Let those other players eat and go play support. Figure out what your team needs to win. The main point I'm trying to get across to you guys is that I enjoy Marvel Rivals so much. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played. I personally believe that if I played Overwatch or Valorant, I wouldn't enjoy this game. The way the players talk about the game is just so toxic and annoying. If you don't do it this way, you're wrong. And if you don't do it this way, you're right. And blah, 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 blah. Now, I get there is certain strategies to the game that can be implemented from Overwatch and Valorant. But it is a completely different game. A lot of players are still playing this game like a hero shooter that they learned before because it is a hero shooter. But imagine playing Battlefield like you play Call of Duty because they're both FPSs. It won't work that way. You need to adjust to the way the game is played and the way the game is made. So, play Marvel Rivals for what it is. Learn every team up. Learn that you can win the game with 3 DPS and 3 strategists. Learn all of the different combos of teaming up, ultimates, abilities, and more. The game offers so much variety. And understand you don't need to be locked behind this role Q222 mindset or whatever Overwatch made you guys conditioned to. I truly do believe I enjoy this game a whole lot more because I never played Overwatch. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hopefully this video gave you Overwatch players some insight, and if you're in my boat, let me know what you guys think. I'm not trying to attack the Overwatch players at all. I'm just saying, coming over with the mindset of Overwatch into this game could be detrimental to your growth and even just enjoyment of the game. Knowing this is a team game, you won't win without your team. So if they won't play the way you want to play the game, maybe you should try some campaign games. This is a team hero shooter. There's a lot of different ways to win the game. You need to play with the team if you want to win. There's so many different strategies and team ups that you can use to win in the game of Marvel Rivals, and we're still learning them now. They're being created every single day. But if you lock yourself behind that mindset you guys had in Overwatch, you will never understand what Marvel Rivals can truly bring to you. That's going to wrap this video up. Hit that like button. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know if this makes any sense coming from a player who hasn't played Overwatch. Or even if you have played Overwatch, do I make some valid points? Did you guys learn something here? I'm just calling it out how I see it within the gaming community. Until the next one, get 1% better every single day. I'm the Abundant One. Paddle Thumbz out.
Hey, you subscribed. Does it feel good?